Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Zaino and
Whitney Zaino.
For 15-minute fuel, which is in 15 minutes a day, will fuel your mind,
Body,
and future. All right. Good
got
job.
it.
Awesome. Okay, so today is Family Friday, and Family Friday we always have Whitney on. Thanks for being on, babe. All right, so today we're, number one, when we're waiting for people to get on, episode 9 is live right now. So if you haven't watched episode live, you're going to see the link in the description. Make sure you hit that. Make sure you watch episode live. There's Timmy D there. Tim will post the link. You'll see that. Hit that. Watch episode 9. Thank you so much for all the comments. We had I saw we had 21,000 views on one of them. Isn't that crazy?
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Mom, you're on. Kayla Glover's on. Good to see you guys. Oh, man, we have so many people coming on. So make sure you say hello when you get on here. Say hi. Any comments you want for Whitney to answer, we'll do that. I'll be on the opposite side of the camera, so we'll let Whitney run with this today. Make sure you go to the @Dr. Zaino page. Monday we'll start broadcasting these from the @Dr. Zaino page, so I don't want you to miss the lives. All right? So make sure you go over there and like and join and follow. Make sure you like our YouTube so you're knowing these things are going on. All right, so you ready to rock and roll? So we have about 28 people on. Hey, Rob, good to see you. Hey, Clever. Let's see, Rob's on there. Make sure you hit the share button. These are always good stuff. Hey, Kelly, good to see you. From Idaho, Cody's on. Good to see you, bud. Hey, Amberly. Hey, Brian Hooden. All right, we got some good crews going on. Robert just said, Whitney's advice for the soon-to-be Chiro wife for the marriage and practice of dreams. Thanks for everything. Okay, so I'm going to switch it over to Miss Whitney. Let me do this. And there we go. All right, Whit.
All right, so today I'm going to do 2 of my favorite smoothies. I usually do these both every day, or at least one of them every day. So we've been juicing what?
Letitia, it's Whitney, not Brittany. I mean, Brittany. That's a funny thing because there is a Brittany, but we haven't seen her in a while.
So we went through phases where we juiced every morning for probably 7 or 8 years. So we've done a lot of juicing, we've done a lot of smoothies. These are kind of my go-tos now. They're quick and simple, and these are kind of like the base smoothies. So there's a lot more that you can add on to these, but these are great for quick smoothies whenever you don't need a whole lot of recipes, but you still get a great nutrient-filled meal. So the first one that I'm going to do is the green smoothie that I make. Okay. So first, and then I want to make a little note. So we have a Vitamix, and I rarely ever use my Vitamix now. I use this little Hamilton Beach that's like $14.99 from Amazon or anywhere else because it's one serving. It's just a quicker cleanup. It's easier to make, and a lot of times I'll just drink it from here and then clean it out for the next time I use it. So I love the Vitamix, but I've used it every day for years and years, but now I actually use this every day, multiple times a day. So the first thing that I do is grab a bunch of greens. So this is just like a super greens pack from the store. So it has spinach and a bunch of other stuff in it. So I just stuff this full. Next, I do alfalfa sprouts. I like any kind of sprout. So this is a great addition to any smoothie, and it has a little bit of a taste, but it's not bad, and it has a lot of good nutrients in it. And next, I do an avocado. I usually do a half an avocado. Cut that open. And this makes it smooth, so you don't really ever taste the avocado. It just gives it like a smooth texture. And then you can do with or without the green apple. I like a little bit of green apple, so there's less sugar in a green apple. I don't use bananas or things that are really high sugar. And a lot of times people come into the office, they're like, oh, I make smoothies and it's all fruit, with a little bit of protein in it, and that's too much sugar overload for your body. So like a half a piece of fruit, or even today I'm probably going to put like a quarter of a piece of fruit in, and that's pretty much the only fruit that I would have the whole day. You can see it's barely even a quarter. Now if I'm making a smoothie for the kids, I would put like a half of a frozen banana in it, but for myself, I do not. Okay, and I love ginger, so this is a pretty big chunk. But I love ginger, so I put quite a bit of ginger in. You may want to start with maybe just like a 1-inch part, so I'll show you. You may want to do just a little bit of ginger, and if you don't like the ginger taste, obviously you could just leave it out. Yes, Justice, do you have a question?
Yes.
What's your question?
I drink protein shakes like
I know. Justice is getting like hardcore. Now he just takes a shaker and puts the protein powder in with water, and he just shakes it up and slams it now.
Hey, Justice, say that for your own show.
He's always cramping our style. Okay, next, what I put in, and I don't always use this, but right now I have it, so I'm using it. But I'll go through phases where I use it and I don't use it. So this is E3 Live. It's algae. It just increases immune function. Okay, it increases immune function. It's great for your brain. It's a lot of, can you get it?
Oh, yeah, it's not backwards because I'm shooting the other way. So
oh, cool. Okay, you can actually see it. So it's in the frozen section of Whole Foods and other places. Okay. And so I'll do...
So it's frozen,
just like
right?
it's frozen. Yeah, I keep it in the freezer. So just like a spoon of it in there.
Sea dirt.
Pretty much, yeah. And then, so this is bone broth protein. This is the muscle booster fit. So basically, it's still just the bone broth protein, but it has ashwagandha in it, which is a great adaptogen. So I'll add a scoop of this in.
That's about 20 grams of protein, right?
Yep, 20 grams of protein. And our house is all filtered water, so this is not tap water going into it.
All filtered.
Okay. Okay. And then it's done. So you see how long that took. And I used to be a really big snacker, so I would just snack all day long. And there's your delicious smoothie. And it really does taste good. I'm gonna rinse this out. And that's like a meal for me. You gave it a thumbs up?
Yeah,
so
if you like that, guys, give a thumbs up and a heart if you like that.
Yeah, so that is actually a meal for me. So I used to just snack all day long, and if I was making the kids a snack, I'd have a little bit of their snack and then a little bit of something else, and I was just picking all day long, and my blood sugar was so up and down. So instead, I changed to like 4 meals per day, and I would consider this a meal.
So is that breakfast, lunch, dinner? Which way? Maggie said, is that breakfast or lunch?
It switches because I like variety. So some mornings I'll have eggs. Some mornings I'll have a green. This smoothie. Sometimes I'll have this for lunch. So I switch it around.
So it's not time or anything dependent.
Yeah. It's just like whatever I feel like. Because some mornings, like we even talked about intermittent fasting. So some mornings I won't even have a breakfast, and I may start with this, or I may start with eggs. I go by how I feel, and I change it up every day. But that's pretty much the idea of that green smoothie.
Rob just shared.
And it tastes good. It's a good like starter. When people are like, oh, you're going to eat salad in a smoothie, this is a good starter one where it tastes good. Okay, next I'm going to go on to, this is what I usually do in the afternoon. So this is like a coffee smoothie. So this is a good like pick me up in the afternoon. So I use the bone broth coffee protein, which I love. And a lot of our patients use this as their coffee. I don't use that. I like it in the afternoon. So let's start with, actually, need to put some ice in it. Add some water. Okay. So here I'm going to do a half a scoop of the coffee, or a little more than half. And this is I'm out of bone broth chocolate protein, so this is like my last from our last travel. So I'm going to use a half a scoop of this.
So you want a chocolate and espresso?
Yeah, I do half chocolate. I love chocolate and I love coffee. So I do half coffee, which this is espresso. So it's half espresso, half chocolate.
But it's the espresso flavored bone broth. It's not espresso.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's bone broth protein. So there's actually protein in this chocolate and in this coffee. So this is a protein shake. And then this is a mix. This is a maca boost. So it has maca, ginger, what else is, and a little bit of cacao. So I don't really measure it. Just kind of, whoa, that was a lot. Okay, that's okay. I like maca. So a little bit of that, and then some kind of fat in it. So I'll either do MCT oil or macadamia nut oil, either one. So today I'll do magnet oil, and I don't measure. I just kind of squirt about a tablespoon and put the lid on. And that's it. So that is the way that I get meals in, because Chris does like usually whole meals, but I can't have that much animal protein. Justice likes a lot of meals too. But I don't like a lot of animal protein. It makes me feel tired and heavy. So these are 2 of my meals that I usually do per day, or some kind of variance of the green smoothie. So that's it for that.
All right, so if you guys enjoyed that, thumbs up. Please hit the share button. That was 2 great smoothies you guys could use, and make sure you share and watch again. Any questions? Just type in your questions in there and go from there. So Charla says, so bone broth would replace a whey protein, cow dairy,
absolutely,
and because she doesn't like cow dairy.
Yeah, we don't either. We don't do any kind of dairy. I will use cheese on some of the kids' meals, like if we make pizzas or something like that. But I personally don't eat any dairy. Chris, you don't really ever eat any dairy either. We just feel so horrible after we eat dairy. So yeah, this is an amazing protein. So it's bone broth protein, just like, you've heard of the bone broth where people used to make bone broth, which we used to. We used to have the pot going for 2 days and do all, it was such an ordeal. Now they've made it into protein powder. So this helps heal like your gut lining. It's great for joints and hair and skin. It's just a superior protein powder. And this is pretty much all we use anymore. So
Hey,
we have some additions to that on the benefits.
We have some comments that if you could please write it out.
Yeah, I'll put it in the notes. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yes, Beth said she's been using too much fruit in hers. Yeah, Beth, when it comes to the fruit, you want to put just enough to be able to handle it, but not too much.
Yeah.
George says for guys working out, would this be an in-between meal things, or it could be George, it could be an absolute meal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could just add more MCT oil in it. Like how much fat do you have per meal?
Well, George is a big dude.
Yeah, so would he do like 2 tablespoons of fat?
Yeah. George could definitely do 2 tablespoons of fat.
And maybe like 1.5 scoops of the protein?
Yeah, or 2.
2.
It's like 265.
Oh,
yeah.
That's big.
Sarah says, I know it's asking a lot, but would it be cool to see an entire week of meals?
That's asking a lot, yeah.
Hey, that's fine.
See,
No. Yeah, that's a good answer, Whitney.
Yeah.
Yes, Sarah, it is asking a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, but we'll work on that.
Awesome. Any other questions, guys, before we close it out? Kat really appreciates how well you're doing in the kitchen. What are your favorite kids' smoothies?
So for a kid's smoothie, I would do, depending on if the kids like vanilla or protein, which my kids like vanilla. So I would do the vanilla protein with frozen strawberries, coconut milk, a little bit of added extra milk, like extra oil, some kind of extra oil, like I'll put in flax or MCT or macadamia nut oil. And that's pretty much the kids' smoothie. Sometimes I can sneak in a little bit of greens, but my kids are super picky and they, I have to say, keep drinking your smoothie, because I want them to have a good meal before they go to school. Are you creeping on my 15-minute fuel?
Yes. Come over here. We got a guest collaboration. So Justice Zaino is going to start doing his own Justice League shows, and he has a Facebook fan page. You just have to go to Justice Zaino, Justus, Zaino, like it and follow it, and you'll start seeing how many you're going to do a week, you think?
Beginning 2 or 3, then moving up. And a little hint for the next one I'm going to do, it's actually a part of this, but protein shakes.
Like how you do them?
If you work out, it's going to be about your body and how it's important to work out, and it's important to keep your body healthy and what benefits you have when you keep your body healthy.
Awesome.
Right.
He's just itching.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a camera. So you're the first ones to know. Well, hey, thank you everybody for watching 15-Minute Fuel. Make sure you watch episode 9. Tim should have had the link on there. You'll see the link for episode 9 in there. And please thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for liking it. Also look at our other pages: Instagram, Dr. Zaino, Twitter,
and
YouTube.
Also, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. So you can
Whitney Zaino. So you get to
follow me there. I don't have a fan page though.
Yeah, he starts at a fan page. Justice has a fan page.
And a YouTube page.
And YouTube. He'll be on YouTube. And this is all him. He wanted to do this, so that's pretty.
I'm already on YouTube.
You're already on. Yes, you have been on YouTube since you were a baby, probably. Just little things here and there. So,
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching
you.
15-Minute Fuel. Tomorrow, just watch me tomorrow. It'll be around 2-ish. Well, I'm gonna do my anti-inflammatory protocol that I do on my off days. You'll love that. And thank you so much for supporting us and this wonderful family of mine for 15-Minute Fuel. We're in 15 minutes a day. We do what? We fuel your mind,
body,
and
future.
oh yeah,
We got it.
you guys got it.